Hello and welcome back to UW Milwaukee Digital Cultures Collaboratory. We're back with Lunch Zone here on Monday, February 16th. We're diving back into Hades for maybe the last time in our difficulty exploration of this semester. We'll go through our land acknowledgement and dive in. At the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, we acknowledge the Milwaukee Run traditional Potawatomi, Ho-Chunk, and Menominee homeland along the southwest shores of Michigan, North America's largest system of freshwater lakes where the Milwaukee, Menominee, and Kinnickinnic rivers meet, and the people of Wisconsin, Sovereign, Anishinaabe, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Oneida, and Mohican nations remain present. At present, there are 573 federally recognized American Indian and Alaska Native tribes and villages with government-to-government relationships with the United States. The citizens of these nations are also citizens of the United States, and their languages, cultures, and histories are part of our shared story. Land acknowledgements help us remember these nations and the ancestors who are stewards of the places where we live. For more information about treaties and tribal nations, you can visit the ncai.org for the National Congress of American Indians. I think they'll have to update that soon. Because the Trump administration can't even recognize new tribes without causing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, we're diving back into Hades. Where do you go? I don't know.
Descending back into
Descending. Yeah, I suppose we have to go in. We have to descend so we can climb back out.
To climb out, huh? Yeah. What was the last thing that happened?
I did make it to Elysium. I haven't beaten the Minotaur
nice.
and Theseus yet. I unlocked the gauntlets, and I changed my stats a lot. So now I have the you can revive once per room.
Cool. It's a huge upgrade.
Yeah. Do you like the spear?
I do. It's the one I've been the most successful with. I did actually enjoy the shield. I did run with that one. Because I have Athena's boon right now, because I really like her deflect dash. I did not get it. I got a different one.
Yeah.
But that's why I have that equipped right now.
Cool.
I also got the chaos guy unlocked.
Oh, nice.
I had a really good run where I got an insane buff to my attack from him, on the first room.
Oh, cool. Nice.
It does feel like you went on that trap specifically to get hurt.
I'm being, what's the word when you're hurting yourself on purpose?
Masochist.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's something to be said about
you're playing a roguelike,
game difficulty and masochism.
Exactly.
There's actually a book out there called Hurts So Good, and it's about all of the ways masochism shows up in everyday life. So not actually looking at kink, but looking at they looked at spicy food eating contests, polar plunges,
ice baths,
things like that.
Or ice plunges, whatever it is.
Or extreme marathons and stuff. There's some marathon out there.
I
don't even know if it's a marathon, but it's literally running until you physically cannot stop.
It's a hyper super marathon.
Something like that.
I think it's a super marathon. My cousin runs them. And as a consequence, his resting heart rate is 38. I'm how are you alive?
I was gonna say, isn't that
what?
Deadly?
Yeah, I think someone had a heart attack during it or something.
He had to talk the last time I went to a doctor, he had to talk about admitting him to the hospital because they were you're dying. He's I promise you, I'm not.
Yeah.
Also, that's when your body starts to eat itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it actually attacks the muscle at that point and it goes so low.
It's I think the last time a marathon was valuable and warranted was when Marathon had to tell the Greeks about an invading army. That was the first and last marathon that was necessary.
Right? It's I always sometimes it's just, I just bring that up. It's the guy died at the end of this. That's the moral of the story, right?
I do like that you could have crossed that pit at any point in the pit, but you chose to cross directly into the spike trap. That's really leaning into the theme.
I was going to say, I'm trying to be thematic here. And not just unaware of my surroundings.
I mean, I do like how this one, because it has like comparatively like to other roguelites, like a strong narrative. I like how those things connect, or like the narrative feeds into the gameplay.
Sure.
Makes it feel like a little less frustrating for me, at least, because that's like the main reason why I don't enjoy a lot of games like this. Is like usually the point of the game is like the challenge and that's it.
Sure.
I need a little crumb of like lore or story to keep me going.
It's not the it's the carrot, not the stick.
Ultra marathons. They're called ultra marathons,
Okay.
and they're stupid.
It feels a bit much.
Sorry, I
You're
had a
like
flash of
fixing.
memory.
No, it's
it had to come out of my mouth or it would have eaten my brain.
It's very important.
And then I could be director of Health and Human Services.
There you go.
I'm way more political than normal today. I like it.
It's coming right down. It's like Monday morning.
Speaking of Monday morning, how was your weekend?
Good.
I saw Goat yesterday.
Oh, Goat.
It was
Steph
it was a
Curry.
film.
Yeah.
That was kind of our unanimous agreement. This is the most like by the books cookie cutter film, but it was fine. They made a joke about cloacas in it, which I didn't expect.
What was that, sir?
They made a joke about
It is Steph Curry
cloacas.
biopic?
Yeah, because like so there was like these like commentators of the sports thing. And one of them was like,
Of the sports.
yeah, all the sports stuff. And one of them was like a goat, and the other one's like a bat. Or no, the other one's a bird, and one of them's a bat. And like the whole joke is like, oh, they keep fighting, and like one of them old, one of them's younger. And at one point he says something like, you can shove that up your cloaca. And I was like, man, some poor parent is gonna get the worst question.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. Is the answer for most parents.
Yeah, huh?
Don't worry about it.
Oh. Biopics are always.
I also was like very conflicted because like I always have a lot of opinions about how like furries are depicted in media. Like I really hate the Sing movies because I don't like how the animals are designed. But like they don't have snouts most of the time. They just kind of put like a human face on this animal body, and it looks uncanny. But like I liked the designs for the most part. It's very Zootopia-esque in that like.
I'm sorry. Can
Yeah,
we back
yeah,
up?
I was gonna say
The Steph Curry biopic
it's
was
the-
a furry film?
It's a basketball movie, but it's executive
Oh,
produced by
okay.
Sorry.
All
Yeah,
right.
he plays one of the side characters,
Yeah,
and it's very
right,
much like
yes,
his
yes.
life,
Okay.
It's like his
It
life.
It is
but
yes,
an
it's a literary, an
interpretation.
interpretation of his bio. Okay.
Yes, yes.
That makes
Sorry,
me far
he's
less
a
At first, I was like, "Oh, maybe we should explain to Brian what the movie's about."
I think it's funnier though.
Brian
Like he's
doesn't
just
know.
in a fursuit the whole time for some reason.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice, but you know what? I'm for it.
Yeah.
Like, if he wants to try new things, I'm all about
It's
it.
like that Robbie Williams.
He's mastered
monkey
basketball.
movie.
Time to move on to other things.
Exactly.
But like, because like in Zootopia, right? Like the animals have like actual sizes, where it's not like, oh, mice and foxes are the same size, but like,
Sure.
no, they scale. But for the most part, they stay on two legs. And I think the weird thing in this one is that they do go back and forth between 2 and 4 legs. So like, there's like a horse character who's like the villain, and like when he got on all 4s and just started prancing, I was like, this freaked me out. This feels
Yeah.
wrong.
It's like Donkey from Shrek. Decide whether or not this is a bipedal or quadrupedal.
Yeah. Someone did that on the basketball court to me. I'd be frightened too.
That's
so.
true. I'd leave the court.
I'd be like, well.
I
I'm
also
clearly in the
watched,
wrong place.
Yeah.
a horrible film called The Electric State. Came out-
Chris Pratt movie.
Yeah, I was hanging out with a friend and they got
Is
to
this
choose the movie.
AI crime drama? Like,
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not that's Mercy. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I mean, oh yeah, no. This is another Chris Pratt robot film.
Another shit Chris Pratt movie.
Exactly.
Got it.
Who would have guessed?
But it's literally just like, what if there was a war with robots, and then
Okay.
we won, kind of, but kind of not, and like, what if some of the robots were good, and Chris Pratt plays Chris Pratt. Yeah, she's one of the main characters. We spent $320 million on it.
We as a society.
As a society. All your Netflix money. went to that one.
Has some questionable animations, and I was like, we spent $320 million for this?
It's a Russo brothers movie too.
Yeah.
So it's the guys who did like Infinity War. And,
I'm kind of over action movies
Yeah.
Oh,
because all of the action sequences are produced 3 years before casting is done.
I mean,
And
that
the
is
script
true.
has to be written to fit those action sequences.
it's-
And so it just feels like I get better like dramatic action from professional wrestling.
Fair.
If I wanted compelling storylines in my action, I'd just watch AEW.
There you
Honestly, please.
go. Sorry, but I'm gonna see every single Jason Statham movie where he plays a construction worker and he beats everybody up.
I guess those are less AI.
Yeah.
Like there's no like superpowers involved in most of those.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, those are my favorite. It's like the dad movies.
yeah. What was it? What's it called? Nobody.
Nobody's
Have
a
you seen that
classic.
franchise?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
they got
yeah.
a sequel out
He,
that is absolutely off the walls bazonkers, and I love it.
yeah, he goes. It's inspired by the Dells.
Yeah,
It's fantastic, and I love that dramatic actor Bob Odenkirk is the
Right.
Yeah.
that traditional historical, very talented straight actor. He's never played a comedic character in his
No,
life.
exactly. But speaking of the Chris Pratt weird AI movie, it's one of the most I don't know if you've ever seen the source material it's based off of. There's it's written by a kind of a Swedish author who does really good it's basically just
Speculative fiction.
yeah, but it was mostly just art.
Okay.
It's not actually there's a page of dialogue that goes with the the piece that he's writing. And some of the very most the most kind of suggestive and fascinating kind of near future science fiction that I've seen in a while, and then they put the most garbage movie together out of it. And it's you didn't even use any of the it's just
You actively made it worse.
exactly. But yeah, it's just fascinating.
I felt that way about the Doom movie.
Oh really?
The one with The Rock and Carl Urban from 2026.
Oh, the Doom. I thought you said Dune.
No, Doom.
I was trying to hear you out.
Dune.
Where it's clear that the screenwriters of the movie played the first 2 levels of Doom and then never got to Mars.
Exactly.
I think I got the premise. Do you? Do you have the premise? Or are you still very much in the dark?
I love that. That's amazing.
Born into all of this.
It's so bad. And not even in the good way.
No.
You seem to have me all figured out.
As someone who has
Here I
the
thought we were getting to know each other.
the Mystery Science Theater Samsung TV Plus channel running out a lot of times, just in the background, I did not like that either.
I forgot they started doing modern movies, but they call it something else.
Oh, there's tricks. They can't. It's my opinion that the old whatever the Mr. Science Theater kind of thing.
Fair enough.
So I mean, the robots and the robots.
I was watching Rich Five Guys video, interview, and they were talking about this nature of when a show gets canceled somewhere and continued somewhere else, and how ridiculous it is that they rename it and rebrand it to do the same show.
Right.
They were like, we paid a lot of money, but we were very fortunate that BuzzFeed was like, this is going to be stupid. We're going to be seen as villains for keeping you from doing your show.
Right.
You're going to have to make a dumber version of your show because it can't use the branding. Just buy your show from us.
Right.
Like,
I love that.
you haven't used your I'm not quite dead superpower once yet.
Despite standing on every trap I can.
Despite seeking out the traps.
It's a secret achievement where you have to get hit by every trap.
Exactly.
Like a rogue with a poor investigation skill.
True. Also, speaking of GOAT, we went to Emmons movies this weekend as well. Sorry, go back to GOAT.
You also saw GOAT this weekend?
I did not see GOAT, but there was a standee for GOAT, and of course, this is something that Kit loves to do, is make me go stand by every single day and take my picture. And so they had like a height meter with the goat. It's
Yeah.
like, are you taller than the goat?
Oh
Yes.
no.
And I was taller than the goat, but also don't think the measurements right, because I think it said I was almost 6'6", and I'm like, I'm not 6'6".
Because I feel like goat, because he says it specifically, he's like 5'7".
Yeah. I stood up straight and I'm like, why is it making me look 6'6"? So I'm like, I'm tall, but I'm certainly not that tall. It'd be nice if I was 6'6".
I would have given up basketball because of my knees so long ago.
Exactly.
If I was 6'6".
That's so funny. But we saw, is anyone familiar with Nirvana, the band, the show?
I'm sorry, what?
It's an old Canadian web series, basically, and they've been making it. They made it years ago, and they obviously got in trouble for trying to call it Nirvana, the band, the show. So copyright's always
Because
been an
Courtney Love
issue.
is a monster.
Yeah. And there's like an old digital series that finally got made into a movie after, again, moving from the YouTube to like Viceland. They picked them up for a while, and they eventually made this movie. And they use like, just speaking into their kind of independent spirit. They intrusion into copyright. They use the Back to the Future the soundtrack in the film. One of the most heavily copyrighted things of all time, because it's a
You
time
may as
travel
well start.
movie.
You may as well start publishing films with Disney characters.
Exactly. And it was one of the most, like, as someone who's watched that show like on the internet since it started, it was a very kind of beautiful, heartfelt movie to be able to see them on the big screen and get funding to actually have a film. And it's cool and
It's like a documentary, or it was like a film version? Of
it's like
the series?
kind of film version of the
Okay.
series where the whole idea, like every episode, is they're trying to play like a show at this venue in Toronto. And so every episode they have a plan to get to play the show. And so their plan for this movie is to skydive off the CN Tower into the Toronto Blue Jays stadium and be like, look at us, here's our song, we're playing a show at the Rivoli, and they have to take us if we did this.
So many people are going to show up.
Exactly.
They'll be furious.
And it was so beautiful. It's like kind of like an Eric Andre, kind of like on the street kind of like thing.
So shit.
Yeah, guerrilla filmmaking.
Intentionally bad.
Exactly. Interacting with the people in the streets. At one point in time, they're on top of the CN Tower and they snip the safety cables, and it's like, how did you like even get any permission to do this?
It occurred to me the other day that I have the strangest opinion of like particularly British fans, because my only like vantage point of British popular culture is British panel shows on YouTube. And so, in my opinion, those are the most famous British people on the planet.
Yes.
So, when they talk about themselves as being minor celebrities, I'm like, who's a major celebrity
Right.
from Britain if it's not
Benedict
you?
Cumberbatch?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Doctor Who.
Robbie Williams from that movie where he's himself, but he's a monkey. Right?
Not Robbie Williams from the music career of Robbie Williams.
Nope. He's from the movie. That's again showing my American bias. I had no idea who he was.
He was a very famous American musician in America in 2000. There's no follow up to the year on that. It was just 2000. He did a song called Millennium.
Oh,
It
yes.
was all right.
Yeah.
He was a VH1 artist you ought to know, along with The Fray.
Okay. See,
And The Fray absolutely slaps. I won't hear a boo about
I was
it.
gonna say I like the Fray. I know them.
It's like The Fray, Robbie Williams, and KT Tunstall.
Oh, nice.
A real international perspective.
Yeah. See, like early, before 9/11, globalism was such an interesting concept.
There's so much hope.
Exactly.
Almost there.
it's funny because it just shows that when you have funding you're like the UK or Canada, you can actually just be an artist.
Yeah.
For your whole life.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell out, right?
Right. You can just have a very good, sustainable job, doing a job that's fun, that you're proud of.
Exactly.
Maybe you don't become world famous, and maybe you don't make billions, but
But hey, you
you can buy a home in England. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like,
Yeah. You can
buy a
survive.
home.
Yeah. You can live in Toronto.
you can be one of the 11 people that own property in the nation of England.
Right. It's very beautiful. It's like, oh, grants actually matter. Our grants for the arts. Whoa, crazy.
It's like I've been talking to my grandpartner about phase 2 and phase 3 of this grant project, which found out late last week he wants me to apply for another grant for my dissertation. I'm like, I don't know. It's $150,000 grant from Cigna Health Foundation. It's them trying to essentially whitewash all the terrible things that Cigna Health does. But
Sure, of course.
I mean, it's a great organization that does great things, especially if I apply for this grant.
Your camera's right there.
But it's 150 grand, and I'm like, I don't. You know that we were stretching to figure out how to spend 75, right? 3 times that amount of money
Right.
seems like a lot of money to figure out how to spend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a meeting today, and he's going to tell me his plans.
Okay. Sure.
We'll see.
Yeah. It's
Um,
interesting. Yeah.
This might be the best funded anthropology dissertation, maybe of all time.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I could be wrong, but it feels right.
I mean, it sounds right to me.
To talk to Thomas about it, and he's going to be confused.
What?
And I'm going to not have a lot of responses for his very relevant questions. Like,
Right.
do you need this money?
Huh?
Why do you need this money?
Exactly.
Is the money you have not enough? And I'm going to say, no, it's enough. But this grant sets us up for future grants. But I was talking to my grandpartner, and we were talking about funding streams for phase 3 of this project, which is the big one, which is $2 to $5 million grants. And he was like, oh, well, there's some Canadian money available, but we'd have to find somebody who is a resident of Canada to apply for Canadian federal dollars. And I was like, oh no, someone would have to go to Canada. He's like, I guess we could find another research partner that's out of Canada to fund this grant. I was like, or hear me out, you could leverage your contacts in Canada to get me a job in Canada.
just an idea.
Yeah, just just spitballing here.
Just throw it out there. Let's see what happens, right? Couldn't hurt.
On my authority.
And if I move to the Maritimes, they're 2 hours ahead. So I can get up at the same time and make my 8 a.m. meetings without being miserable
Hey.
and irritable to the other people in
Right.
this meeting.
I love that. See the movie because it's only playing in Waukesha.
Sure.
Out of all, out of all
It's a
the
limited
places,
release theater.
yeah, I was like, it's kind of strange. And I think maybe it would be in Milwaukee, art focused theaters.
No, because Milwaukee was running the Milwaukee Art Film Festival this week.
Oh yes, there you go.
I think.
Is it?
Film festival's in April.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's some sort of film festival this week that was 25 films, and somebody was bragging about having some.
I was like, maybe there's a smaller one, but the big one is in March, April.
Maybe nobody cares about your web series as much as you do.
Well, what if they did?
Well, clearly they didn't because they're not screening it in Milwaukee.
Fair.
If they did, you wouldn't have to drive to Waukesha. to
Yeah.
see it.
But we had to, you had to wake up at 5:30 to get there because Kid has to be there at 7:30 to help open the library.
Gross.
I was like, I can see why you're tired all the time. I usually wake up with you to say goodbye, but then I go back to sleep.
I had a 9 a.m. meeting last week on Friday, which was the first of 6 meetings on Friday. Faculty jobs are rough because right now, at least 2 days a week, I have meetings that start at like 10 at the latest and end at 4:30 or 5. Mostly because I have like grant meetings and everything else, but it's like wall-to-wall meetings all the time. Which is very disappointing to tell us because the ones I don't have time. Or like the energy if I do have time.
Right.
But I was telling them, like, why not make you have meetings at 11 at night?
Yeah,
Because
right.
It's more conducive for me.
Right.
Like, well, how late do you work? I was like, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. most days.
Just can't keep at 'em.
Like, oh, sometimes rough. That's okay. Working in the real world.
True.
Yeah, I forget it really tomorrow. So I'm going to like the MQ thing. It's some sort of like meeting by college, like SCPTs and like local high school teachers to talk about like how the students are being set up. So we have and I was like, well, that would be helpful for me to understand as a person. And there's like a fringe.
It's always something.
You can wake up early. It starts at like 8. So
You have to wake up for free lunch.
well, it's like a.
Sounds like a free breakfast.
Are you gonna be like free coffee in the morning? And then like a couple of like classes and lectures.
They got me.
Why are we trying to escape hell?
Hate her dad.
Oh, teen angst. Got it.
Our mom. Well, because like they haven't revealed it yet, but like our mom is presumably like either Olympian of some sort or a human. Because we want to get to the surface to meet her.
Yeah.
That's pretty
It's
neat.
been lied to.
Still died and everything, but not as quickly as he
Teen
used to.
angst.
So
Got it.
Yeah.
I remember when I listened to 3D as Grace too. I still do.
I got acquainted with the twin fists of Malphon recently,
Oh,
sir.
Lord.
Fills me with
Butt rock
thanks
forever.
for the right answer.
I thought you would appreciate
Yeah.
that one.
I was reading some article that was describing butt rock as a shortening of nothing but rock. It's like, that's not what
that's
it is.
not how that
There's
is,
no
no.
second T in butt.
Yeah. You can try to, legitimize your interests.
And you're incorporating new metal into this nothing but rock.
Right. Which is just not right.
Anything I can do to help you find your muse,
Seriously.
mate?
Yeah. Ace Combat 7, I think, has Puddle of Mud as its intro song.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Fear my muse is long.
Wait, you found her? What happened?
Well, this was back when I was still alive, you understand. Your father, why, he doesn't care for anyone to leave this realm, and basically now I'm stuck here as well.
I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for letting me know. Hope you get to see her
What were
again
you up to
someday.
This weekend, what did I
Meet
do?
my friend.
Nix,
I
sometimes I
hung
get
out
the
with my
impression the Olympians
wife
look down on those of us born of
good.
the
quite a
underworld.
bit.
Is that my
She's
imagination?
gonna be gone
The
for a
gods of
week.
Mount Olympus tend to
where's she
think
going?
themselves above
She's going to
us,
a
child.
quilting
I can't
retreat.
imagine him
Oh,
otherwise.
fun.
in Minnesota with her mom.
That's cool.
I go to like 1 or 2 a
Please
year.
make yourselves at home.
So we just kind of like watch shows.
Mhm.
We watched the second series of Castle Rock
Mhm.
on Saturday. And then yesterday we watched, I don't know, the first however many episodes of Love is Blind.
Mm.
Which
How is it?
fine. It's aggravating because they keep referring to it as an experiment. And I want to see their methodologies.
Social experiment.
There.
We came to this experiment. Whose IRB are you
So
using?
look forward to face to face amongst the gods, dear.
If I have to get IRB approval for research, so do you.
Right.
Sure seems like there's a lot of risk involved in this research. So no confidentiality at all. Certainly no anonymity, so
Right.
you can call it an experiment if you want, but we all know you're full of shit.
Don't keep me
But yeah, just kind of that.
Cool.
Pretty chill weekend. Importantly, I didn't work on my dissertation proposal,
Fair.
which the rubber's gonna hit the road here pretty soon. So
Yeah.
It'll get done.
I'm just so like I'm trying to start field work in April, so it needs to get done soon.
Yeah.
I've been like hammering my head against the wall to get some IRP stuff submitted to UIC. So like I'm so fried from paperwork that like I don't have creative energy.
Yeah, it's a problem with burnout, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
I
I
can
told
write you
myself, I
something,
was
but
like,
it's gonna be shit. Like,
so it's like, oh, during January, I was like, oh, I can get all these things done, and then I was like, no, can't do any of that. Do not have any form of energy.
It's really, really tough.
so instead, I've just been working on my painting commission.
Cool.
I mean, not this weekend because I paint in the lab, but
Sure.
This should
it's
work.
been good. It's nice, like I'm finally like got a commission to like make money from painting.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
It's pretty sizable. They want me to paint all the models from a tabletop game called ISS Vanguard, which
What's
is
that?
like a colonial spaceship
Mm.
that essentially each of the 4 players runs a sector. And you do these kind of like it's like almost like a dungeon tactics game, but more exploration focused than anything else. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting take on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ships and models and aliens and stuff to paint. So.
Right. Fun. It's fun when those things are flying, right?
Yeah. It's like 20 bucks a model.
Yeah, I've got this. I got an email from Art, one of my students in my online film media digital studies class, or film media and film media internet.
Yeah,
Is
something
what
like
it
that.
is? Yeah.
I think of it as film, TV, and media.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's.
I think it's technically the internet or something
Sure.
like
See the difference between TV and
I mean, at this point, it's hard to distinguish. But for students to learn, I guess, a little bit of, how mediums work. It's but one of them is seeing awareness. I was trying to work with Art on how we can work together to overcome this.
that. Yeah.
And it's like, I wish this happened before the class, before we set the whole class up. Because it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know how I'm going to change all of my material. I've had the whole, like, I have the whole semester laid out already. And it's just like,
for the fall.
no, for this semester.
And I just bring it up.
Yep.
I mean, I guess like it takes Arc a while.
Yeah.
I forget that you are not in week 5 like I am.
No,
June,
yeah.
so
We but still a month in is
it's still
it's quite a bit of time to and most of it has just been like response stuff, so it's not like hasn't been like the first quiz was last week, right? So it's just like it's gonna be so much more work, and I want to be as helpful as possible, but it's like I already do not have enough time in the day as it is.
I've also heard rumblings that there's technically some sort of mandate that like all of our classes need to be, or like all of our materials on Canvas at least should be accessible. But also it's like, you know, they're not providing anyone to help with that
any
or any
actual
training.
support training or advocacy in terms of any of those. And it's like, well, you know how much you're asking of this. And Kayla's probably right to say you should talk to an actual faculty professor who makes more than you. And I'm like, you're right.
Are you the instructor of record, or are you operating under somebody else's record?
I believe I'm instructor of records. It's on my
Doesn't
class.
make it your
Yeah.
That's the first thing I said too. It's like, well, technically I'm not. Which is nice for your CV, I guess, in a way, but it also
It means
brings
you're
a lot more
responsible.
responsibility. Yeah. But I might just email Zach, who's the one who teaches in person. Like, what the heck? What would you advise me to do? The creative space, or energy, or time, or resources, or any sort of access to this. I got that email on like 3:30 on Friday. Like, you know, I was done for the day. No, I'm stressing out about this.
God's grant me strength.
I got a bunch of emails. The first quiz for my introductory stats class was they had to take it by yesterday. So I got a bunch of emails yesterday. They were like, some of the questions weren't working. And I was like, then I have to throw the questions in. Because people have already taken it, so I can't choose the quiz. I just want to be like, I'm not responding to this email on Sunday. You're just going to have some anxiety about this.
Right.
Most of the time they wait until after the due date to
Exactly.
confess to this doesn't work.
These are nursing students, so they're type A. They're either type A or like not.
Won't even show up.
Yeah.
Part of the issue is that like it's a little bit treated. Well, there's no like financial skin in the game for them because they get like all their tuition gets paid for. So like it takes time, and I'm not like an advocate of making college more expensive,
No.
but I am an advocate of finding ways to get students engaged in their academic futures.
Lovely.
Unfortunately, this program is treated very much like a job training program rather than an academic one.
That
Yeah.
is not the type of flattery I'm used to.
Yeah, it's hard.
But a slew of emails. Because I could respond to all of the emails, or I could throw out the bad question and just give people their points and make one announcement. So students have other real issues going on. And
He's getting mad.
be conscientious of that. But at the same time, like, there isn't a minimum amount of stuff that has to get done for you to pass this class. Like, I can't really like extend your due dates on discussion boards because nobody is going back to 3-week-old discussion boards to respond to your comments.
Right.
So
Yeah, I had a student, and they'd reached out before this to let me know, but they were asking for a retroactive extension. They're like, hey, yeah, like my wife gave birth. Can I get an extension? It's like, yeah.
that is explicitly written into my syllabus.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like, yeah.
emergency case extensions are available after the fact. But, by and large, I don't take late work.
Yeah.
I will give you an extension asked for in advance, pretty much for whatever, from anything to concert tickets to I don't feel like it today.
Change of scenery. at
Some
least.
of the emergency cases are like, I work for a volunteer fire department and got called in, and or my wife gave birth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they told me like in the first week they were like, hey, you know, it's gonna happen at some point this semester. I was like, cool, send me one. Yeah, just focus on
Yeah.
raising a baby now.
Well, at least getting the baby home.
Yeah.
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 Let's get the blood wiped out. Then we'll talk about class.
That's good, that's good. She likes to put a lot of thought and stuff in everything. It's all a little much if you ask me.
Marty Supreme though.
I don't like Hermes' character model in this game. Because his nose is like a lion nose.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel right.
No.
I haven't seen a good chunk of like the Oscar nominated
Must be Eurydice.
best films. I'm gonna try to catch at least a couple of them
Mhm.
before the Oscars.
What's your official business?
There's some good ones.
Seems like it's bringing you
It's-
through Asphodel and
I every year I have a harder time. I feel like getting to it. Especially if it's something I'm just not explicitly as
And they're
interested
all
in.
3 hours long.
Long way, but
Yeah.
make it there.
I love Mario. I like Mario Supreme as a movie because I like the director.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And
know
because
more.
Good
I
Times
know
is
how
one of my
that
favorite
is.
movies.
Hope the
I always
fate
show
will
that
look the other
show
way
that to
for you.
people in terms of like movies that
That can
because
be
everybody says I have friends who are not
That's good.
specifically media scholars, and they're like, movies are bad nowadays. And I'm like, go watch this. It's a relatively contemporary movie. Tell me that movies are bad. Because movies are bad, but movies have always been bad too. So
You feel that way about video games.
yeah. It's like, do you know how many bad movies John Wayne was in before he was in?
Zero. He's been in zero bad movies.
According to my grandparents, yes, but
My father was named after John Wayne.
really?
His name was John Wayne Thomas.
Wow.
His nickname was the Duke.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a very problematic bonding experience to have with your father.
yeah. Oh, of
That's
course.
a problematic genre.
Yeah.
Was that or NASCAR? He didn't care less about left turns.
Come on, left turns are fun.
I just forced my dad to watch all of my weird like artsy films.
Nice.
That's how we bond.
Something you want to care about doing.
Take this.
If it works, it will.
We have 400. Did I sell something on accident?
You haven't bought anything, have you?
Yeah, maybe that's it. A lot of coins.
I did realize, I think one of the reasons why I also like this game is because it does remind me of hack and slashes and the way the achievements work. Where it's like, do this thing again with a different weapon. Man, I do like that. Because that's like 90% of the things you do in like the Power Warriors or something. It's just, do this again with a specific character you don't know what they are.
There's a reason I don't play this actually. It's because they suck.
That's the only like I'm not talking about this one, but there's only secret level of kind of I wouldn't say power fantasy, but there's scaling. Yeah, it's like fun scaling. But if you play the first one, I mean, it is a very difficult game still. The second one. I'm with it. It's fun to just hack you. Sometimes.
The hack and slashes were also always like my like podcast fuel, where it's like that's just what I would play while listening to a podcast with a focus on it.
True.
In the name of Hades.
Oh, that's not.
Don't-
I was trying to choose the bottom
Duo.
one, yeah, and I just got a little too excited. Dang, difficulty strikes again. I can't use the menu.
The undo button.
Unbelievable, there's no confirmation screen. What do you guys have on your plates this week?
Well, we're doing like the cozy game event.
Cozy Game event. Friday. So if you want to come listen to some Cozy Games.
Maybe. It's at the
It's got food.
East Coast Lounge.
Yeah.
Us two, Alyssa, and Scarlett. I'm sorry, not Scarlett. But you're Scarlett.
Yeah, I will be there.
Sorry, Emma. That's my
Oh yeah.
second semester.
I have a pertinent question. How do we add people to like the email list for the DCC?
I think you have to talk to Thomas.
Okay, Thomas. Because I've been sending people from like Plan H who have been asking about joining the DCC to Stuart. And apparently Stuart has been sending them to me. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that.
I do not know that mailing list side of things. I think it's Thomas, but
No, I am his class. so I can
he
talk to him.
probably doesn't know either.
I was like, 'cause if I can figure it out, I'm fine doing it.
We spent several years now getting a lot of those requests.
Yeah.
So
Another new look for you, I see,
I'm
Bonehead.
not sure. How's turnout for?
Yeah, we sent out an email on Friday about extending the deadline to the end of this month, basically.
For the symposium?
Yeah.
You want me to? I can put it on UPenn today if you want to.
So the thing is, because we did have some folks from other universities who were submitting, like some people Matthew knows, and they had an issue submitting it to the group's email, which I suspect is because it's not UWM, and it might be that only UWM emails can send to that, which is problematic. They're sending them to Matthew at least, but for people who don't know any of us, it's mainly just like bounce them. So that's why it's like easier because like the plan of what was discussed was that people would invite other folks like from their programs essentially. So you could invite anyone that you know.
Or like who try to learn some research.
Yeah.
My issue is I don't do teaching and research. So it's a bit of a challenge.
Which
Well,
is
it's not
you know,
super
which is
problematic.
okay, but I mean I don't also want to
Yeah.
it's the, yeah. that's
Although
my
it is a
issue.
CV ad for, I don't know. It's tough. I'm a little bit jaded because I have all this stuff on my CV.
And
So
you get
yeah,
to be more choosy.
I'm in a place where I've lost the plot on like how much a CV ad is actually valuable.
Especially when that's what guidance.
It's a major. I mean, it's an academic unit on campus.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's very hard to. I mean, in terms of like, it's going to be different than an SMS or.
Oh, you would. I would list it as an invited lecture because it's an academic unit outside of within an institution that is not my own.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I like it. It's fun. I know it's you know it's hard to. It's sometimes it adds more work to read through submissions that maybe don't align more with the actual.
So
I mean, and that's the reason
Yeah.
why I would think that UPenn is that's the only place I put my journal. The submissions for my journal that I did that I helped you with the special edition for the science fiction film and television, and I got over 40 submissions. So, and I had to spend a lot of time going through and reading through all of them. But just even slapping it on there is so much fun.
Yeah, it might not be a problem if we have somebody who's willing to like receive.
Yeah, I
Those,
can just
like,
make an edited version with mine.
If you just like literally just make a Gmail that's just like, you know, just a burner for this one thing, and that's all you need.
Because that's the thing, the DCC has an email, so I didn't realize Matthew had listed the groups as the one. I think it would have been smarter to list the DCC.
I mean, it's I can just even if you just wanted me to make a burner just for this.
Because we have both a Gmail and a Outlook associated with the DCC. It's in the passwords.
And it's just easy for me too, since I have the. It's hard making a UPenn account because they take forever to like confirm your.
Like, I just got a UIC account.
Yeah.
And it's this like
And
to
so-
get. They have to make the account, and then it takes another week for them to give you access
Yeah.
to all of the things
And so
the
yeah,
UIC accounts have access to.
and so the fact that I have one ready to go, that's why
Yeah.
I offered it as well. Is because I know that I can post on that site. I'm not trying to be pushy or anything. I just think I find it such a valuable resource.
Yeah. I can try to get Julie and Matthew again.
Since
like, I
we
don't
have
really
like,
think we
I
can
mean, since we only have X amount of submissions, even if we just exit
So
put
we
an extra
we
week,
need like 8 to 10.
Ideally.
it mean more would be
Yeah.
nice too, right? Just to have more
Yeah.
programming.
I guess like I'm not sure if we landed on. I don't remember if we landed.
We left
on
it
a 1 day or
ambiguous as to
2.
whether it's going to be 1 or 2 days. It's sounding like it's going to be 1 day.
Yeah. So we need between either 8 to 10, or 16 to 20.
And always the sooner the better, right? Just get those things going.
UPenn will have quite a few submissions if you post it.
Especially just given the current state of.
Everybody looking for a place to show their research.
Exactly. It's fun to hear what other people are thinking about it too.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes. That's a very good point. We had some for the Midwest graduate symposium we did. We had a few that were interesting film studies approaches that were like from different disciplines. I'm saying interesting in a nice way, but I was almost falling asleep. I was like, I'm good on this.
That's a very Minnesota, North Dakota version of the use of the word interesting.
Yeah. I'm getting better at
As
it.
if to say, I'm not paying attention to you.
Yes.
You require me to give you words of feedback.
I'm getting better at my kind of Midwest passive aggressive in a way. It's taken a few years, but sometimes I'll catch kids just going back to the IOI. And I have immediately call it out.
That's very nice. It's not upper Midwest polite. It's a little Midwest shitty.
Yeah.
It's dangerously close to bless your heart.
Yes, exactly. We're getting real close to Tennessee, Georgia territory.
Kinsey Carter, we're doing fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Playing some games.
Playing some games, talking about the symposium we're doing in April. That's kind of
Just what we're dealing with.
it. Yeah. As graduate students.
also for the cozy game things too. If you want me, if you think it'd be fun to make a little video, I can throw that out there too as well. Yeah. I can spend a few hours in the next few days if everyone's still interested in that.
It's gonna look fun. I don't know if we'll end up needing it.
Did you guys figure out how you're doing game licensing and stuff?
Yeah, so I figured out, so Steam accounts, only one of them can be actively playing a game at a time, so each of us, as many people who show up with Steam accounts, can choose a game. I was able to get Infinity Nikki, supposedly is getting pre-downloaded, and so I can just log into my account and let someone fuck around with it, so play that one as much as I care. And there's a couple other, like, free-to-play sort of cozy games, and then we're gonna figure out the day of is, because I'm pretty sure with Itch.io, I should be able to just download to a bunch of different computers, and I have a handful of cozy games for
It'd just be stuff people haven't played before.
Yeah.
So that'd be good. And that's what I'm hoping to do for my account. Try the ones that interested. Smash the X button.
One of them's going to be mad.
Oh, look at you, you poor thing. You're hurt. Though let me see if I can.
Oh,
make it
me?
better.
Who's the target? Is Aphrodite or who?
Aphrodite is in Athena.
If you had given due consideration to this matter, then I doubt you would have chosen this outcome.
We keep seeing it's on their trailer for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey begins with him. It's just you see it. It's really so fun, just like I saw that Nicole on Satan tweets just rage bait as well. And so someone said in a recent interview they had seen a cut of the film where they were like, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey would make Homer proud. And the comment was, well, what about Marge? I was like, this is so stupid.
I've seen a lot of feedback that's like where we have a perfect adaptation of the Odyssey. It's called was it the like Avatar Dust Bowl era.
Oh, yes, Grapes of Wrath.
No. The one with the soggy bottom. What is it?
Oh, where Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, Where Brother,
Yes.
Where
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
that
that's
one's
very
really
good.
good.
That's a good interpretation.
And I remember seeing that movie and hearing that it was an Odyssey, like an Odyssey interpretation. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't see the connections as clearly as they're apparently supposed to be.
Right.
So that's why I feel like Wuthering Heights, where like all of the adaptations are bad. Because no one likes the source material.
Right,
Just
but
let
I was
me-
gonna say, is the source material also bad?
Well, no, I really like Wuthering Heights. It's like, not to sound pretentious here, it's one of those books that people like for the wrong reasons, where like they often interpret it as a romance. And it's like, no, the point of the book is that they use romantic love as an excuse to do horrible things to each other and to everybody in this fucking book.
And also racism.
Yeah, and also racism. Like,
They
there's
always,
one
they
adaptation.
always forget about that part.
There's one adaptation from the early 2010s that did actually play with like the race element, where Heathcliff is actually played by a man of color, and that one again, like the problem with that is they still just cut out the second half of the book because it's kind of split into two halves, and most people like the first half and they don't like the second half. So every
Where
adaptation,
things become complicated.
yeah, where morality becomes complicated, and Heathcliff is proven to be like a horrible person. And And so they just kind of cut it down to make it a tragic romance.
That's how I feel about the
That's
Grapes of
pretty.
Wrath. I stopped reading it when the book should have ended.
Fair.
When
The
they
This is
roll into
my
when they roll into
interpretation.
California. Oh, that's it.
I'm done. I did make a funny. I thought it was a funny tweet. Was Andrew Lincoln is in Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead, of course, the most important character.
Sure.
He plays like I think he plays Heathcliff in a PBS adaptation of Wuthering Heights in 2009, and I was like, when somebody tricks me into watching the new Wuthering Heights, saying it was the 2009 version that has Andrew Lincoln, and there's a moment in Walking Dead where Negan's like, "Where's Rick? Don't care. Where's Rick?" And so of course I posted that video because I was like, anytime I can incorporate The Walking Dead into some sort of popular culture, it's time to do this.
Yeah.
But on that note,
Hades.
That's it. That's Hades. That's a wrap on Hades. That's we beat it.
we got to
Right.
Elysium on stream.
Yeah.
We can keep
Yeah.
we can keep noting your
My
odyssey,
progress.
your odyssey through this.
It'll be my coping mechanism of the
Hades
semester.
is
So,
We'll play something else next time.
yeah, cool.
See you.
Bye bye.
Bye.